In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of Holy Spirit, one God. Amen. Chosen ones, God's hidden plan for you is unfolding right now. And it's time you see the truth written in the stars of your destiny. You're not here by chance. Your life, every twist, every turn, has been guided by a divine hand, crafting a story so powerful, it's about to shake the foundations of your world. This isn't just a moment. It's the moment where God's purpose for you steps into the light. You're about to discover why every struggle, every tear, every victory has led you here to a revelation that will change how you see yourself forever. You've always felt it, haven't you? That quiet whisper in your soul telling you there's more than the daily grind, more than the doubts, more than the limits others try to place on you. That whisper is God's voice calling you to rise as His chosen one. You're not ordinary. You never were. The world may have tried to dim your light, but God has been working behind the scenes, aligning every detail to bring you to this exact point. His plan is no longer hidden. It's breaking through. And it's time for you to step into the fullness of what He's prepared. Think about the moments when life felt heavy. When the weight of challenges pressed down on you, those weren't accidents. Every trial was a chisel in God's hand, shaping you into something extraordinary, like a diamond formed under pressure. Your strength, your faith, your resilience have been forged in the fire of adversity. God didn't let you break. He was building you. Each scar you carry is proof of His protection, a mark of His promise that you were made for greatness. You're standing now not because of your own power, but because His plan has been holding you up all along. This is your call to action, chosen ones. Pause this video, hit that like button, and subscribe to join thousands of souls walking this divine path. Your engagement sends a signal to the universe that you're ready to claim what God has set aside for you. And if your spirit feels stirred, drop a 777 in the comments, a number of divine completion, a declaration that you're aligned with His purpose. Stay with me, because this message is for you. And by the end, you'll see why God's plan is unlike anything you've ever imagined. Picture a seed buried in the dark. Deep beneath the soil, it's unseen, forgotten by the world, but God's hand is on it, nurturing it, guiding it to break through into the light. That's you. The struggles you faced weren't meant to bury you, they were planting you. God's hidden plan was to root you in faith, to grow you in strength, so that when the time came, you'd rise unshakable into the life He designed. The world sees the surface, but God sees the roots. And now those roots are ready to bear fruit. Your life is a canvas, and God is the artist. Every stroke, every color, every shadow has been intentional. The moments you thought were mistakes, they were divine detours. The times you felt lost, they were paths to wisdom. God's plan wasn't to make your journey easy, it was to make it meaningful. You're not just surviving, you're being sculpted into a masterpiece, a living testament to His power. Others may not see it yet, but soon they'll stand in awe of what God has done through you. Let's talk about purpose, not the kind the world sells you tied to jobs or status, but the kind that burns in your soul. God's plan for you isn't a checklist, it's a calling. It's the reason you wake up each day with a fire that won't quit. You're here to shift things, to bring light where there's darkness, to carry hope where there's despair. That's what makes you chosen. Not perfection, not wealth, not fame, but a heart aligned with God's will, ready to move mountains with faith. The enemy has tried to stop you. Doubt, fear, setbacks, they've all come knocking. But here's the truth. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Isaiah 54:17 is your shield. A promise that God's plan is stronger than any attack. The devil thought he could derail you, but every obstacle was just a step in God's strategy. You didn't fall, you rose higher. Each time you stood back up, you were claiming the victory God already secured for you. That's why the enemy is trembling now. You're walking proof that God's plan cannot be broken. You're not just chosen, you're anointed. There's a divine energy flowing through you, a spark that sets you apart. It's why people notice you even when you're not trying. It's why doors open when you least expect them. God's hand is on you, and His anointing is your protection, your guide, your strength. You don't need to chase opportunities. They're coming to you. Psalm 23:5 says, you anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. That overflow is happening now, chosen ones. Your life is about to spill over with blessings. The world might tell you to hustle, to grind, to fight for every scrap, but God's plan doesn't work like that. His provision is effortless, like a river flowing to you. You don't need to beg or strive. Your job is to trust. When you align with His will, the resources, the connections, the breakthroughs come naturally. It's not about what you can do. It's about what He's already doing. Let go of the stress, the worry, the need to control. God's got this, and He's got you. Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to glow? Not with fame or beauty, but with something deeper, a peace, a confidence, a light that draws others in. That's you, chosen one. God's plan is transforming you from the inside out. Your spirit is radiating His presence, and it's changing how the world sees you. People are starting to notice. They are drawn to your energy, your calm, your strength. This isn't about vanity, it's about reflecting God's glory in everything you do. There's a story in the Bible about Joseph, a man who went from a pit to a palace, sold into slavery, betrayed by his brothers, thrown into prison. Yet God's plan never wavered. Every low moment was a setup for his rise. You're walking a similar path. The lows you faced weren't the end, they were preparation. God's been positioning you, aligning circumstances, opening doors you didn't even see. Like Joseph, your time of elevation is coming, and it's bigger than you can imagine. Now let's pause for a moment. If this message is speaking to your heart, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones standing in faith. Drop a 777 in the comments to declare you're ready for what God has next. These actions aren't just clicks. They are a statement to the universe that you're claiming your place in His plan. Stay with me, because we're about to go deeper into the divine strategy God has crafted just for you. Your life is like a book, and God is writing every chapter. The pages you thought were blank, the moments that felt empty, those were the times He was setting the stage. Every chapter builds toward a climax, a moment where His purpose for you shines. You're not at the end of your story, you're at the turning point. The world is about to see what God's been working on all along. Your struggles were the plot twists, your faith is the hero's journey. Get ready, because the next chapter is about to unfold. There's power in your patience. When you've waited on God, trusted through the uncertainty, you've been building spiritual muscle. Every moment you chose faith over fear, you grew stronger. Psalm 27:14 says, wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart. That strength is why you are still standing. That heart is why you're chosen. God's plan needed someone who could endure, who could trust, who could keep walking even when the path wasn't clear. That someone is you. The world is loud, full of voices telling you who you should be. But God's voice is loud. And He's saying, you're enough. His plan doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to be faithful. You don't need to fit the world's mold. You were made to break it. Every time you choose His truth over their noise, you're stepping closer to the destiny He's written for you. You're not here to follow trends. You're here to set them, to show the world what it means to live for God. Let's talk about miracles. Not the kind you read about, but the ones happening in your life right now. That job you got against the odds, that's God. The strength you found when you thought you had none left, that's God. The person who showed up just when you needed them, that's God. His hidden plan is woven into every moment, every coincidence that wasn't a coincidence at all. You're living in a miracle, chosen one. And the more you see it, and the more miracles you'll notice. You're not just walking through life, you're walking through a divine blueprint. Every step you take is part of God's architecture, designed with precision. The people you meet, the challenges you face, the dreams in your heart, they're all pieces of His plan. Even when it feels random, it's not. God doesn't do chaos. He does order, purpose, destiny. Trust that every moment is leading you exactly where you're meant to be. There's a fire in you, chosen one. It's the spark of God's purpose, burning brighter with every step you take. That fire is why you can't give up, why you keep going even when it's hard. It's why you feel restless when you're not moving toward your calling. God put that fire there, and His plan is fanning it into a blaze. You're not just meant to shine, you're meant to set the world alight with His love, His truth, His power. The enemy sees that fire and it terrifies him. He's tried to put it out, hasn't he? The doubt with fear, with distractions, but God's plan is stronger. Every attack was just fuel for your flame. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." That's not just a promise, it's your reality. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $120, 0 cents. I pay men to get blessing 100 million. God's presence is your shield. His plan is your weapon, and nothing can stop what He's set in motion. You're standing at a threshold right now. On one side is the life you've known, safe, familiar, but small. On the other side is God's plan, vast, bold, and full of promise. Stepping across that threshold takes courage, but you've got it. You've been chosen for this. Every moment of your life has been preparing you to walk through this door. Don't look back. Don't hesitate. God's hand is on you, and He's leading you into a future that will take your breath away. Your story isn't just yours, it's a testimony. Every step you take in faith is a message to the world that God's plan is real. People are watching you, chosen one. They see your strength, your peace, your light. They may not understand it, but they feel it. Your life is proof that God keeps His promises. You're not just living for yourself. You're living for everyone who needs to see what faith can do. Your journey is a beacon calling others to trust in Him. There's a rhythm to God's plan, like a song only your heart can hear. Every beat, every note is leading you to a crescendo. You're not just moving through life, you're dancing to a divine melody. Trust the rhythm. Even when the tempo slows, even when the notes feel heavy, God is composing something beautiful. Your life is His symphony, and every moment is building toward a moment of glory that will echo through eternity. The world might try to define you by your past, but God defines you by your future. He doesn't see your mistake, He sees your potential. He doesn't see your failures, He sees your calling. His plan isn't about where you've been, it's about where you're going. Let go of the old stories, the old labels. You're not who you were, you're who God says you are. You're chosen, loved, destined for greatness. Step into that truth and watch how it changes everything. You've got a purpose that's bigger than you can see right now. It's not just about your dreams, it's about God's vision for the world. You're a piece of His puzzle, a thread in His tapestry. Every choice you make, every act of faith is weaving something eternal. You might not see the full picture yet, but God does. Trust Him. Keep moving. Your purpose is unfolding, and it's going to change lives, starting with yours. There's a reason you feel different, chosen one. It's because you are. God's plan set you apart from the beginning. You don't fit in because you were never meant to. You were made to stand out, to shine, to show the world what it looks like to walk in divine purpose. That difference is your strength. It's your calling card. Embrace it. Let it remind you that you're not here to blend in. You're here to lead, to inspire, to transform. The Bible says in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." That's not just a verse, it's your lifeline. God's plan is your anchor, your compass, your promise. When life feels uncertain, when the path looks dark, hold on to that truth. His plan is good, it's certain, and it's happening right now. You're not waiting for it, you're living it. You're not alone in this, chosen one. God's hand is on you, but His people are with you too. Hit that like button, subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones standing together, and drop a 777 in the comments to claim this moment of divine alignment. Your actions are a declaration that you're ready to walk in God's plan. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover the next layer of what He's prepared for you. Every step you take is a step into God's vision. You might not see the whole path, but you don't need to. Faith is walking forward, trusting that God's already cleared the way. Think of Noah building an ark when there wasn't a cloud in the sky. The world mocked him, but he kept going. Why? Because he trusted God's plan over what he could see. You're doing the same. Every act of faith, every choice to trust is building something eternal. There's a light in you that darkness can't touch. It's why you've made it through moments that would have broken others. God's plan has been your shield, your strength, your guide. That light is His presence shining through you. John 15 says, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." That's you, chosen one. No matter what comes, your light keeps burning, and it's about to shine brighter than ever. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. God's plan isn't about getting by. It's about living fully, abundantly, joyfully. Every moment you choose faith, you're stepping into that abundant life. It's not about money or status. It's about peace, purpose, and a heart full of God's love. That's the wealth He's promised you. That's the future He's leading you to. Embrace it, because it's already yours. The enemy thought he could stop you, but he forgot who's in charge. God's plan is unstoppable, and so are you. Every time you faced a storm and kept walking, you've proven that. The devil's tricks, fear, doubt, division, they're no match for God's power in you. You're not just overcoming, you're rewriting the story. Where the enemy planned defeat, God planned victory, and you're living proof of that. Your life is a miracle in motion. Every breath, every step, every moment of courage is God's hand at work. You might not see it all yet, but the pieces are coming together. The job you didn't expect, the strength you didn't know you had, the hope that keeps rising in your heart, those are God's fingerprints. His hidden plan is becoming visible, and it's more beautiful than you could have dreamed. You're not just chosen, you're called. There's a mission in your soul, a purpose that won't let you rest. That's God stirring you, pushing you, guiding you towards something bigger. You're not here to play small. You're here to change the game, to show the world what faith looks like in action. Every step you take in His plan is a step toward that calling. Don't shrink back. Step boldly. The world needs you, chosen one. Not the perfect version, not the polished version. Just you as you are, walking in God's truth. Your story, your faith, your light. They're a gift to everyone around you. People are watching even when you don't realize it. Your courage inspires them. Your trust in God's plan gives them hope. You're not just living for you. You're living for everyone who needs to see His power at work. There's a reason God's plan was hidden until now. He was preparing you, strengthening you, making sure you were ready for the weight of this calling. Like a runner training for a race, every challenge has been building your endurance. Now the starting line is here. The race is yours to run. God's plan is unfolding, and you're ready to step into the victory He's already won for you. Your heart knows this truth, chosen one. It's why you're still here, still listening, still believing. God's plan is alive in you, moving through you, shaping you into someone the world can't ignore. You're not just a person, you're a purpose. You're not just a story, you're a testimony. Every moment of your life has been leading to this. And God's about to show you what's next. Stay ready, because His plan is about to unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. God's hidden plan is not just a promise, it's a map drawn with divine precision, guiding you to a destination only He could design. Every step you've taken, every choice you've made has been a marker on this map, leading you closer to the life He envisioned. You're not wandering aimlessly, even when the path felt unclear. God was navigating you through storms, past obstacles, toward a purpose so bold, it will redefine everything you thought possible. You're on the cusp of seeing it unfold, chosen one, and it's going to change the way you move through the world. Your faith is your compass. It's what keeps you steady when life tries to pull you off course. Think of Abraham, called to leave everything familiar for a land God promised. He didn't have a map in his hands, just a word in his heart. Yet he walked, trusting God's voice over the world's noise. You're walking that same journey. Every time you choose to trust, to believe, to keep going despite the unknown, you're aligning with God's plan. That faith is why you're here, ready to receive what is prepared. The world might call your dreams impossible, but God calls them inevitable. His plan doesn't bend to human limits, it breaks them. You're not bound by what others think you can achieve. God's vision for you is bigger than their doubts, stronger than their fears. When they say you can't, God says you will. When they see walls, God sees open doors. His plan is rewriting the rules of what's possible. And you're living proof that His promises don't fail. There's a rhythm to your life, chosen one, a divine pulse that moves with God's timing. You felt it. The moments when everything clicks, when doors open at just the right time, when answers come before you even ask. That's God's hand syncing your life to His plan. Even the delays, the waiting, the seasons of silence, they're part of the rhythm. They're not wasted time. They're preparation for the crescendo that's coming. Trust the beat because it's leading you to glory. Your story is a magnet drawing others to God's truth. People see your strength, your peace, your unshakable faith, and it stirs something in them. You're not just living for yourself, you're a spark igniting hope in those who've lost it. Like Esther, who stood for her people in a moment of crisis, your life is a call to action. God's plan has positioned you to lead, to inspire, to show others what it means to trust Him. Your influence is growing even if you don't see it yet. The enemy's greatest weapon is distraction, but God's plan is your focus. Every time you've pushed through noise, fear, doubt, chaos, you've sharpened your vision. Psalm 16:8 says, I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With Him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. That's your power, chosen one. You don't get sidetracked by the world's chaos because your eyes are fixed on Him. His plan is your anchor, keeping you steady no matter what comes. You're carrying a light that transforms everything it touches. It's not just about you. It's about the lives they are meant to change. God's plan has woven you into the stories of others, placing you exactly where you need to be to make a difference. That kind word you spoke, that moment you showed up when someone needed you, those weren't random. They were divine appointments set by God to ripple through lives, communities, even generations. You're a catalyst for His love. There's a strength in you that's been tested and proven. Every battle you've faced has built it layer by layer until it's become unbreakable. God's plan didn't just carry you through those fights, it used them to forge you into a warrior. Like David facing Goliath, you didn't win because of your size or skill, but because of your trust in God. That strength is why you're still standing, why you're ready for the next chapter of His plan, why nothing can hold you back. Your heart is a sanctuary, a place where God's presence dwells. That's why you feel His peace even in the storm. That's why you feel God even when it's hard. His plan has been shaping your heart, making it a vessel for His grace. You're not just chosen, you're trusted. Trusted to carry His love, His truth, His hope into a world that needs it. Every beat of your heart is a reminder that His plan is alive in you, working through you to change everything. The world might measure success by what you have, but God measures it by who you are. His plan isn't about filling your hands with things, it's about filling your life with meaning. Every act of kindness, every moment of courage, every choice to trust Him, that's success in His eyes. You're not chasing wealth or status. You're chasing His will. And when you do that, everything else falls into place. Matthew 6:33 says it clear, seek him first and all these things will be given to you. You're standing in a moment of divine alignment. The pieces of your life, the highs, the lows, the intertweens are coming together to form a picture only God could paint. You might not see the whole canvas yet, but every brush stroke matters. That time you forgave when it hurt, that moment you chose faith over fear, those were strokes of His masterpiece. His plan is turning your life into something beautiful, something eternal, something that will outlast the stars. There's a fire in your spirit that the world can extinguish. It's the spark of God's purpose, burning brighter with every step you take. That fire is why you keep going, why you rise after every fall, why you refuse to give up. God's plan is the fuel and your faith is the flame. Together, they're unstoppable. You're not just surviving, you're blazing a trail, lighting the way for others to follow. Your fire is proof that His plan is alive and moving. The enemy has tried to rewrite your story to make you believe you're less than you are, but God's plan is the true narrative. Every lie you've heard about your worth, your potential, your future falls apart in the light of His truth. You're not defined by your mistakes or your past. You're defined by His love, His purpose, His vision for you. Psalm 139:14 says, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. That's not just a statement, it's your identity, sealed by God's hand. You're not just walking a path, you're building a legacy. Every choice you make, every step you take is laying a foundation for something greater. God's plan isn't just for you, it's for those who come after you. Your faith, your courage, your trust in Him, they're planting seeds that will grow long after you're gone. Like Moses leading his people through the desert, your journey is about more than you. It's about showing the world what God can do through one faithful heart. There's a peace in you that the world can't explain. It's the kind that comes when you know God's in control. His plan has been your anchor, keeping you steady when everything else was shaking. That peace is your strength, your shield, your gift. It's why you can face uncertainty without fear, why you can love despite pain, why you can hope when all seems lost. Philippians 4:7 calls it the peace that surpasses understanding, and it's flowing through you right now. You're a bridge, chosen one, connecting heaven and earth. God's plan flows through you, bringing His kingdom closer with every step you take. Your prayers, your actions, your faith, they're not just for you. They're linking people to His love, His truth, His power. You're not just living, you're a conduit, a channel for divine energy. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $120, 0 cents. I pay men to get blessing, 100 million every time you choose faith. You're building that bridge, making a way for others to find Him. The world might try to box you in, but God's plan sets you free. Free to dream bigger, to love deeper, to live bolder. His vision for you doesn't fit in a box, it breaks it wide open. You're not here to play small or safe. You're here to soar, to create, to transform. Every limit you faced was just a challenge to trust Him more, to step into the boundless life He's designed. His plan is your freedom, and it's calling you now. Your life is a story of redemption. Every moment you thought was lost, every pain you thought was pointless, God's been weaving them into a tapestry of grace. Like Ruth, who went from widow to royalty, your story is one of restoration. His plan takes what's broken and makes it whole, what's empty and fills it with purpose. You're not just surviving your past, you're being redeemed by it, turned into something glorious by His hand. There's a boldness in you that's growing stronger every day. It's the courage of someone who knows they're chosen, who trusts God's plan over the world's opinions. That boldness is why you can face giants, why you can walk through fire, why you can stand when others fall. Like Daniel in the lion's den, your faith shuts the mouths of fear. God's plan is fueling that courage, pushing you to step into spaces others wouldn't dare. You're not just a person, you're a promise fulfilled. God's plan has been at work since before you were born, shaping you, guiding you, preparing you for this moment. Every dream in your heart, every hope in your soul was placed there by Him. They're not random, they're divine. His plan is turning those dreams into reality step by step, moment by moment. You're not chasing them, you're stepping into them because they're already yours in His eyes. Your life is a divine equation, each moment adding up to a sum greater than you can see. God's plan is the formula, balancing every loss with a gain, every question with an answer. You're not just living, you're part of a calculation so precise it could only come from Him. Every choice you make, every step you take fits into His design, solving for a future that shines with purpose. You're not random, chosen one. Your life is a solution to a problem the world doesn't even understand yet. There's a voice in your spirit louder than the doubts, stronger than the noise. It's God speaking through the quiet moments, guiding you when the path feels unclear. Like Samuel, hearing his call in the night, you've learned to listen. That voice is why you keep moving, why you trust even when logic says to quit. God's plan isn't just a path, it's a conversation, one He's been having with you since the beginning. Keep listening because He's still speaking. The world might see your scars, but God sees your strength. Every wound you've carried has been a marker of His protection, a sign that He's been with you through it all. His plan doesn't erase your pain, it redeems it, turning it into a story of victory. Like Job, who lost everything yet gained more. Your life is proof that God restores. Your scars aren't flaws, they're evidence of His faithfulness, badges of a battle you've already won. You're a spark in a world that's grown dim. God's plan has placed you here now to ignite something new. Your light doesn't just shine for you, it's a flame for others, a signal that hope is alive. Like the apostles sent out to spread the gospel, your presence is a message. You don't need to shout or strive, your life speaks. Every act of faith, every moment of courage is lighting up the darkness, showing others the way to Him. There's a rhythm to your resilience, a steady beat that keeps you grounded. God's plan has taught you to stand firm, to rise after every fall. You're not unbreakable because you're perfect. You're unbreakable because He's holding you together. Psalm 34:19 says, the righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. That's your story, chosen one. Every trial has been a step toward deliverance, a testament to His unwavering plan. Your heart carries a vision, a glimpse of something bigger than yourself. It's not just a dream. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $120, 0 cents. I pay men to get blessing 100 million. It's a divine blueprint etched by God's hand. That vision is why you feel restless, why you can't settle for less. His plan is stirring you, pushing you toward a purpose that's as vast as the heavens. You're not just chasing a goal, you're answering a call, one that's been written in your soul since the beginning. Trust it because it's leading you home. The enemy has tried to cloud your mind to make you question your worth. But God's plan is your clarity. Every lie you've faced has been shattered by His truth. You're not small, not weak, not unworthy. You're chosen, crafted, called. Ephesians 2:10 says, you're His handiwork, created for good works He prepared in advance. That's not a maybe, it's a fact. His plan is rewriting your narrative, replacing doubt with certainty, fear with faith. You're a bridge between what is and what could be. God's plan has made you a connector, linking the broken to the whole, the lost to the found. Your life is a pathway showing others that there's more than the world's limits. Like Nehemiah rebuilding Jerusalem's walls, you're restoring what's been broken. Every step you take in faith is a brick in that wall, a piece of something eternal that God is building through you. There's a current in your life, a flow of divine energy that carries you forward. You felt it, the moments when things align, when opportunities appear, when peace settles in. That's God's plan, moving like a river, guiding you to where you're meant to be. You don't need to force it or fight it, just trust the flow. His plan is stronger than any obstacle, deeper than any doubt, leading you to a future that's already yours. Your story is a mirror reflecting God's glory. Every moment of faith, every act of courage shines His light into the world. People see you and they see Him, not because you're perfect, but because you're His. Like Paul, who carried the gospel through chains and trials, your life is a testimony. You don't need to preach, your existence preaches. God's plan is using you to show the world what He can do with a willing heart. You're not just surviving, you're sowing. Every choice to trust, to love, to keep going is a seed planted in God's garden. His plan is the soil, nurturing those seeds into something eternal. You may not see the harvest yet, but it's coming. Galatians 6:9 says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Keep sowing, chosen one, because your harvest is part of His plan. There's a strength in your silence, a power in your stillness. When the world screams for you to react, to fight, to prove yourself, God's plan calls you to trust. Like Jesus before Pilate, your quiet confidence speaks louder than words. You don't need to defend yourself. His plan is your defense. Every moment you choose peace over chaos, faith over fear. You're stepping deeper into the purpose He's written for you. Your life is a melody. Each moment a note in God's song. The highs, the lows, the pauses, they all blend into something beautiful. His plan is the composer, arranging every part with care. Even the dissonant chords, the moments of struggle have a purpose. They add depth, richness, meaning. You're not just living, you're singing His song. And the world is starting to hear it. Drawn to the beauty of His plan in you. The enemy thought he could silence you, but God's plan is your voice. Every time you speak truth, show love, or stand firm, you're amplifying His message. You're not just a person, you're a proclamation, declaring that His promises are true. Like Deborah, leading with wisdom and courage, your voice carries weight. God's plan is using it to shift hearts, to break chains, to call others into the light. Speak, chosen one, because your words matter. You're a beacon standing tall in a world that's lost its way. God's plan has placed you here to guide, to shine, to point others to Him. Your life isn't just yours. It's a signal, a light on a hill that can't be hidden. The light of the world, and His plan is enough to draw them in. There's a momentum building in your life, a divine push that's carrying you forward. You felt it. The way things are starting to move, the way doors are opening, the way your heart feels lighter. That's God's plan, gaining speed, aligning everything for your breakthrough. You're not stuck anymore. You're not waiting. You're moving step by step into the fullness of what He's prepared. Trust the momentum, because it's His hand at work. Your faith is a fire burning away the lies that tried to hold you back. Every time you choose to believe, to trust, to stand, that fire grows stronger. God's plan is the fuel, turning your faith into a blaze that nothing can extinguish. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who walked through the furnace unharmed, you're untouched by the flames because He's with you. Your fire isn't just for you, it's lighting the way for others. The world might try to define your worth, but God's plan defines your value. You're not measured by what you've done or what you have. You're measured by His love for you. That love is why you're chosen, why you're here, why you keep rising. Psalms 139:17-18 says, His thoughts about you are countless, like the sand on the seashore. That's how much you mean to Him. His plan is built on that love, and it's carrying you to a future beyond your dreams. You are a vessel filled with God's purpose, ready to pour out His love. His plan has been shaping you, preparing you to carry something bigger than yourself. Every moment of growth, every lesson learned has been expanding your capacity. Like Mary, who carried the Savior in her womb, you're carrying something divine, a calling, a mission, a light that will change the world. Trust His plan, because it's making you ready for what's next. There's a clarity in your spirit, a knowing that cuts through the fog. God's plan has sharpened your vision, helping you see what others miss. You're not confused by the world's distractions or the enemy's lies. You see the truth, His truth, and it's guiding you. Like Elisha, who saw the heavenly armies when others saw only fear, your eyes are open to God's reality. That clarity is your strength, your guide, your gift from His hand. You're not just walking, you're soaring. God's plan has given you wings, lifting you above the limits of this world. Every time you trust Him, every time you step out in faith, you rise higher. The struggles that tried to ground you, they are the wind beneath you now. Isaiah 40:31 says, those who hope in the Lord will soar on wings like eagles. That's you, chosen one, flying into a future that only God could design. Keep soaring, because His plan is taking you higher. Your life is a divine tapestry woven with threads of purpose only God could choose. Each moment, each challenge, each victory is a stitch in His grand design, creating a picture that's starting to come into view. You're not just living, you're part of a masterpiece crafted by the Creator Himself. His plan has been guiding every thread, turning what seemed like chaos into a work of art. You're beginning to see it now, chosen one, and it's more beautiful than you ever imagined. There's a courage in your heart that doesn't come from you, it comes from Him. It's the kind that lets you face the unknown without flinching. The kind that keeps you steady when the world shakes. Like Joshua standing before the walls of Jericho, you don't need to know how the victory will come. You just need to trust that it will. God's plan is your foundation, giving you the boldness to walk where others hesitate, to stand where others fall. The world might try to rush you, but God's plan moves at His pace. Every season of waiting, every moment of pause is Him preparing you for what's ahead. It's not delay, it's divine timing. Like a farmer waiting for the harvest, you've been sowing faith, trusting in his process. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, there's a time for everything, and your time is coming. His plan is aligning the seasons of your life for a harvest that will overflow. You're a lighthouse, standing firm in the storm, guiding others to safety. God's plan has placed you where the waves crash hardest, not to break you, but to show His strength through you. Your light